Hi everyone, my name is Krista and I'm a Partner Solutions Engineer at LinkedIn. And today I'm going to walk you through some quick best practices when working with our API support team so they can help you as quickly and efficiently as possible. Specifically, I'm going to walk through where do you submit an API support request, when should you actually reach out to our API support team, and then lastly, when you submit that request, what information should you be providing? First things first, you can submit a ticket very easily at linkedin.zendesk.com, and you should be reaching out to our API support team when your requests are failing or they're not working as expected. So maybe you're getting a response that's unexpected, maybe there's a field that you thought should be there or isn't. These are the type of scenarios you should be reaching out to the team for. So when you submit that API support ticket, what information should you provide? Well, you want to provide as much information and context ahead of time to avoid any unnecessary back and forth. So first things first, always provide your LinkedIn application ID or client ID so we understand where these requests are originating from. Next, be sure to describe what's working and what's not working. This is going to help the API support engineer to best troubleshoot to pinpoint what the problem is. So an example is you can state, I'm trying to make this API request in version 2022.10 and it's working just fine, but it's failing in version 2023.02. Now for number 3 and number 4, you want to take those exact scenarios, the successful scenario and the failing scenario, and provide the full API request, including URL, headers, body if necessary, and an access token, and then the full API request response as well for both of those scenarios, what's working and what's not working. So the XLI is a response header that is returned with every single API request. If you added all the headers in step 3, it should already be there, but just for good measure, always add it to your ticket for what's working and what's not working scenarios. So here we are in Postman. I'm going to run this request and it's actually going to fail. 400 bad request. But here is the XLI UUID, we call this a tree ID, that you're going to want to provide in your ticket for our support team so they can use this to pinpoint the request in our logs to expedite the troubleshooting process. All right, to recap, you can submit a Zendesk ticket at linkedin.zendesk.com to reach out to our API support team. You should do this when your API is failing or it's not working as expected. And always, always, always provide as much context as possible. So the application ID or the client ID, the full request and response for both success and failure scenarios, and the XLI UUID response header, which is unique to each individual request. Thanks and see you next time.